Hi there everybody. Thus, today we will discuss XRP. And I'm currently examining this one-day chart. We're having a good time at $2.84. Furthermore, there hasn't been any movement in the price of XRP today. Here's the problem though. I am very excited for this market to blow out. You know what? When will this breakout really begin? I'm talking about something you know, right? We have been sitting here waiting for ages and we all know that it will happen. Just when is the question? So, in today's video, I'll take you through some insane predictions that people are making about the future of XRP. Take a look. Bitcoin is almost to $112 per day once more. However, Bitcoin's price movement has been very quiet today, much like XRP's. So pay attention, trust me. When Bitcoin decides to take off, it will happen. The whole cryptocurrency market will be affected, and we'll know it once that momentum increases. Alt season is officially upon us. I can taste it, even if we're not quite there yet. Let me now explain the XRP technical analysis from the most recent XRP update. XRP is currently trading in the extremely narrow band of $2.76 to $2.86. It would be absolutely lovely if we were to break over that $2.86 barrier and aim for targets of about $3 to $3.30. However, we may need to retest that $2.50 barrier if we fall below $2.76. You should thus keep a close eye on that breakout, because volatility is undoubtedly building at the moment. Many individuals are stating in the comments that there is a genuine possibility that we will fall below $2.50. To be honest though, I'm still really hopeful that we're moving in the exact other direction. I firmly believe that XRP will begin to rise beyond $3 once more, reaching $10 to $16 in September 2025. It is quite feasible. You see, everyone is already talking about XRP hitting double digits by December if the government gives us those spot XRP ETFs by October. Nobody really disputes that anymore, but here's what I believe will happen. Significant ETF activity and significant regulatory clarification, possibly even before Thanksgiving. We might see XRP above $20 by the end of December if both of those things come to pass, guy. That's completely plausible, yet ridiculous. In all honesty, I continue to believe that January will be our blow-off top moment. Naturally, that could change significantly based on the actual amount of money invested in these ETFs. Do you understand? The problem with the Fed and these rate reduction is this. Yes, I am aware that September cuts are all the rage, but to be honest, I don't believe it. In my opinion, October is the better option. I promise you that they will prolong this as much as possible. However, that does not imply that September will be a complete catastrophe for XRP. Hear me out, cryptocurrency is crazy. Anything might literally pop off. Furthermore, it's possible that XRP is currently sitting on a powder keg. This could skyrocket to $13 in the near future. The following 40 days. Tony Severino, a crypto specialist, is calling for that. In order to get $13, he is tripling down in 40 days. And what do you know? If that does occur, I'm completely on board. This is my current thought. Before those ETFs ever launch, we're likely to see a large number of people investing in XRP. Although October is the stated month, it could actually occur sooner. Imagine Paul Atkins simply waking up one morning and saying, you know what, let's approve these ETFs immediately. Boom, they are suddenly alive, and no one anticipated this. You understand how cryptocurrency works, don't you? On every significant date, people circle the date on their calendars in anticipation of a huge event. Usually, nothing happens at all during that time. But then suddenly, when you're just relaxing and not anticipating anything, the magic occurs. Crypto's favorite plot twist, if you will. That's precisely why I've been speculating that it might occur this month. David Lovell, the former head of ETFs at Grayscale, has been analyzing how Bitcoin ETFs are dominating conventional markets. This is where things start to get interesting. Though, he is discussing how the performance of cryptocurrency ETFs, particularly ETH and certain others, may surpass that of Bitcoin. This is something you really should listen to. The growth of cryptocurrency exchange-traded funds, ETFs, has been so phenomenal that it is impossible to discuss them without bringing up Bitcoin. But it's interesting to note that we've observed a slight change in mood, perhaps a little weaker on the Ethereum side and a little softer on the Bitcoin side, and we've seen that show up in ETF flows as well as performance. We all know, therefore, that the type of assets you have under control will be, more shares outstanding than the asset's price. AUM can occasionally be driven primarily by an asset's rising price. However, we're also witnessing share increase in addition to some sort of asset appreciation. This indicates that the market is indeed expanding. As you previously mentioned, I'm an ETF enthusiast, So seeing the positive shift in sentiment toward Ethereum and its subsequent manifestation in share growth in the ETF marketplace tells us that investors have a genuine chance to show their interest in cryptocurrencies by purchasing ETF shares. Thus, we just received the SEC's approval on the first a few multi-token exchange-traded funds ETFs are scheduled to launch over the next few weeks. We're ideally awaiting final regulatory permission. CoinDesk will be in the midst of that discussion. Nevertheless, we're really thrilled about that. Another indication of asset management in cryptocurrencies' impending maturity. Correct. This individual is essentially stating that these basket ETFs may actually decline over the course of the next few weeks. Crazy, huh? Do you know what they continue to do? This is where things start to get interesting. Even if they keep using those Bitcoin ETFs as their baseline and objective, they firmly believe that XRP ETFs will totally destroy the work that Bitcoin ETFs do. People, we're talking about double-digit multiples. Why? Because there is an incredible demand for this cryptocurrency. To be honest, the majority of people still fail to predict it. Here's the problem though. All of these large organizations already understand the purpose for which XRP was created. To be completely honest, I don't really care all that much about ETFs. If I were with you, I would much rather see these organizations simply purchase the asset itself. So put the ETF way out of your mind for a moment. This is going to blow up for the remainder of 2025, I promise you. Also, dude, Coinbase Wallet is currently displaying these crazy XRP dumps. Like, what the hell is going on? Look at these numbers, they're crazy. Recently, Coinbase made a stunning move with their XRP bag. Guys, in a few weeks, they went from owning more than 780 million XRP to hardly 200 million. You know, I'm serious. Here is what's trending at the moment based on the data from the XRP scam. BlackRock is being blamed by some for the current situation. Take note, Coinbase now has just 11 cold wallets remaining, as I record this video. There are 16.5 million XRP tokens in each one. Compared to those early June figures, when they had 52 cold wallets containing close to 1 billion XRP, that represents a significant decline. The amount is 970 million. That XRP commenter account over on X and XRP wallets are the direct sources of this intel. This is when things start to get interesting. Growing numbers of XRP wallets are also giving rise to suspicions that BlackRock is involved in these significant transfers. There is a lot of talk regarding BlackRock acquiring XRP via Coinbase. And when you think about it, it really does make perfect sense. You're aware of what I've always said? There must be a reason why BlackRock isn't submitting an application for an XRP ETF. Additionally, I believe they are sitting on a massive XRP pile. Consider this, either they are preparing to apply for the XRP ETF that we have all been waiting for, or they already own enormous quantities of the actual asset. They must be hoarding XRP in anticipation of backing those ETFs in the future. It's either or, and to be honest, both possibilities are quite thrilling. However, this is when the intriguing part begins. With the launch of Xcade, a brand new gaming platform, XRP is expanding beyond its use as a payment token. It's brilliant that this is developed directly on top of B3's open consumer ecosystem. What they're doing, in my opinion, is making blockchain gaming accessible to regular people. Those who aren't crypto nerds like us, you know. And you know what? Simply dropping their initial layer 3 chain demonstrates how XRP's significance in consumer applications is growing greater every day. And since it's their big gaming debut, this is huge. They no longer only target crypto enthusiasts. What's really great is that they're targeting real players directly. Ripple is essentially saying, look, XRP isn't just for sending money around anymore, which is why I love this move. We are creating the blockchain entertainment of the future. Sincerely, I'm thrilled about the entire situation.